Have a question? Kidz N Sports coming up next.
All right, Coach Mike here, Kidz N Sports on the Rant Radio Network. Thanks for joining me this fine Tuesday. Are we having fun today? And we're going to have a whole lot of fun for the next 2 hours, so I hope you're prepared. I hope you got some energy because you're going to need it today because I've got more energy in this studio today in the Rant Radio Towers than you can. If we could bottle this, we could be rich. My co-host, Alex Alanese, is joining me today. How you doing there, Alex?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good to hear you. Good to see you. Well, I don't know about
kind of
seeing you.
squeezing in here today.
Huh?
Kind of squeezing in here today.
Yeah, we got a crowd, don't we?
We sure do. Well, we have a whole team.
We got a whole team. We're going to talk about teamwork, among other things. But first, since I am the coach, you know you got to do your homework. Otherwise, you might not be qualified to listen to this fantastic show. So first thing you have to do is you need to check out the website. That's www.kidzandsports.com. That's KIDZ, N as in Nancy, sports.com. Or for those of you that might be E-Teams illiterate, you could go to yourkidsandsports.com, spelled correctly all the way through, and that'll help you out there too. My email address, coachmike@kidsandsports.com. I love to get your emails. Any ideas you got for the show? You want to refer a guest to me? Or do you want to just complain? I don't care. I'll argue with you. I don't care. I love to talk sports, especially softball, so don't be afraid. Don't hold back. Just bring it on. We're going to do it. No, we're not going to take any calls today because I've got so many guests in this show. We don't have time for the calls. It's pure. These guests are important today.
Yeah, no wonder you didn't see the phone number on the
That's right.
screen.
No number today. No calls. You're going to learn more today. So we don't want to hear your calls because these girls know more than you do, obviously. And that's why I've got them here and you're out there. So you know what? Just sit back and listen, go for the ride, enjoy it. Kidz N Sports is brought to you by CustomLineupCards.com. So if you want to make your team look a little bit sharper, go to CustomLineupCards.com and order some custom lineup cards. Okay, you know this show is about youth sports. Teach first, win later is my motto. Too many coaches out there, even at the younger age, get too much about winning and not enough about teaching the players, girls or boys, the proper mechanics. And I could bring you a whole list of high school coaches that would tell you how many kids they get at the high school level that might be great athletes. They got really good skills, but they've got a lot of mechanical flaw. They do a lot of things. They got a lot of bad habits. And the reason is because some coach at a younger age did not bother to correct those habits. So teach first, win later. Let's make sure the kids know what they need to know so that they can move up the ladder as they go along. I'm also about having fun. I've told all these girls today, we're going to have some fun today. You've heard the show the last few weeks, especially starting in week 2 when we had VJ Stanley on here. There's a lot of parents that get a little bit crazy about that word college scholarship. And, yeah, it'd be nice to get that. That's a nice piece of pie at the end of the rainbow if you can get it. But keep in mind, only 1% of all high school athletes get a college scholarship in sports. That's 1 out of every 100.
Is that a real number, Mike?
That's a real number. Matter of fact, I forgot to print out an email VJ just sent to me this week with the updated numbers. If you go on the NCAA website, they've actually got the percentages there of how many in each sport, how many high school seniors get a scholarship, how many high school players, for example, will be drafted in the NBA, in Major League Baseball, how many college seniors will be drafted. So it's great to have a goal to get there, to play at that level, but very few do, and we got to remember that.
And NCAA?
National Collegiate Athletic Association.
I would have never guessed that.
Now that one you got to get. I mean, you got because even if you're not an athlete, you got to get that. I mean,
now. Did the parents in the room know what that was?
How many parents know NCAA?
You guys know what NCAA is?
Okay, I'll go back to sleep.
Hey, well, that's why I ask.
You're a good man. That's why you're here.
I got to be the voice of reason.
That's surprising. I would think but you're right. We don't always know. We get caught, and that's a good thing. I'm glad you don't know that yet. I'm glad you don't know that yet. Girls, I'm going to tell you something right now. if you're coaching, and I've coached with Mike. I've watched him coach out there. I was coaching in your league a couple of years ago. I probably saw some of you as 8-year-olds running across the field when I was coaching 14s a few years ago. And I was very impressed by the 8-year-olds at that year. They were running farther than my 14-year-old. My 14-year-old, it's running. You know, you girls were out to, I thought that was so cool. They were really hard working. I know how Mike coaches. I know he's a good guy, okay? And I know he wants you to have a little fun out there. He wants you to do well, but I know he wants you to have some fun out there, enjoy the game. If you don't enjoy the game, what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you what. If he is, does Mike yell at you a bunch, girls?
Yeah.
Does he yell?
Yes.
No.
A lot.
Is it good yelling, or I mean, is he positive yelling?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, he's not calling you names or anything, right?
No.
Okay. There's a difference. Hey, you know, some coaches do better, but here's the thing: if he's yelling so you can hear, I got a loud voice too, and I tell my teams, don't think I'm mad at you. There's almost nothing that'll get me mad at you. Two things: if you slow down going to first base, or if you stand and watch a pop fly instead of running. Okay, those two things will get me upset. All right, but you know what? It's a game. If you can't have fun, if he starts calling you names? Number one, your parents are going to get mad at him, okay? Number two, you're going to go on to another coach, and if he's anywhere near the same way, pretty soon you're not having fun. You're sitting there, man, I'd rather go play on my video games. I'd rather go run track. Rather go play basketball, do something that's fun. And you'll quit. 70% of kids drop out of youth sports by the time they're 14 years old. Okay? There's a reason for that. It's because it's not fun anymore for them. There's going to be some that will always drop out because they decide they want to do something different. That's okay. That's different. But to drop out because some dad or some mom out there thinks that they're going to be a better coach by yelling at you louder, calling you names. And I've heard of coaches that cuss at their players. You know, that's a big no-no in my book. Okay? And so you don't have a coach, at least I've never heard him do that. And I won't say, but I know Mike does a pretty good job out there. Mike Richer-Owen is the head coach of this team. We get him a mic. Mike is the head coach. What we've got here in the studio, ladies, my audience is the Norwalk girls softball 10 and under all-star team. And they've had an amazing journey. I'm going to let Mike tell about that. And they're getting ready to go to Arizona to compete in the Nationals. So, Mike, why don't you introduce your team and tell us about them?
I think we need to cheer first. I mean,
where's our applauding there? Okay, Mike, take it away.
All right. Well, basically, we're out of
You go
Norwalk.
ahead and pull it out. I think it'll reach there. A little bit. There we go.
Basically, we're out of Norwalk, California. We practice in our home fields at Los Alisos Middle School in Norwalk. We're the 10U All-Star team, and we got 12 on the team right now. Basically, the whole team's been drafted as a all-star team, best of the best out of the 40-something girls we had in the 10U division. Basically, we practiced hard. We played hard. We came to all the tournaments that we went to, and basically we fell short. We did fall short, but we told the girls that if they continue to work hard, they can make it. It's just basically a stepping stone, and that's what we started off from. I go, really, we don't care what we really did throughout the whole season as long as we qualified for states. And you know what? Nationals was a little bit of a surprise, but these girls could do anything they want if they put their minds to it.
There you go. Now, what did you have to do to qualify for Nationals, Mike?
Basically, to even get to Nationals, we had to start at districts. Basically, every team in the district gets to go to a district championship play tournament. There was 16 teams, the most teams that ever been in one district tournament. Other districts that host these tournaments, they max maybe 12, but we actually had 16, so they only take top 4 qualifiers. So that was an accomplishment. We qualified third. We finished third. Went on to state, and we went 2 for 2. But basically, our 2 wins put us far enough in the bracket where we got a qualification to go to nationals, which was good enough and hard work because a lot of teams. There's only 16 teams, so 16 other teams did not go.
There you go. Now, how many teams are you going to be facing in nationals?
I believe there's over 38 teams.
38 teams. And for those of you out there that are not aware of what the classification, technically, if you go on the ASA website, it's the B division this year. You guys moved up from C to B.
Correct.
This year. Great. So the A is your travel ball teams. These are the real crazy, the committed ones, but they're the committed ones. These are girls that started in a rec league. They're moving forward. Their next step at some point will probably move into travel ball. So this is still a big accomplishment, but that's, if you go to the ASA website, that's where you will find what's going on with these tournaments. Look under the B, 10 and under fast pitch is the classification. Mike, you want to introduce the team?
Yes. To my left right here, I got Jasmine Enriquez.
Raise your hand when you. There you go.
Pitcher, center field, first base. Next is Gabrielle Ortega, outfielder. Right here is Brianna Nunez, shortstop. This is Haylene Gonzalez. She plays pitcher and outfield. This is Malia Richaron. She plays outfield and a little bit of third base. Brianna Morales, that's my second baseman. Destiny Cervantes, first base, pitcher. Estefania Perez, she's my outfielder. Ashley Benavides, she's a pitcher, outfielder, first base. And my catcher.
Oh, no last names. I'm sorry, yeah.
Valerie.
Yeah. I threw you off. Sorry, Mike.
No worries. And that's basically it. I got my coaching staff over here, Danny Morales. I got a couple other girls that aren't here today that couldn't make it. Is Isabella Garuli. No last names. Clarissa. And I believe that's it. I got a couple coaches, Armando and Ralph, that haven't been able to make it either.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. So
excuse the apellidos.
What's that?
No last names.
Yeah, no last name. I got to remind
just first names.
We get used to it as coaches. That's, hey, we want to get that. It's well, you know what's hard about it, Alex, is when you get in the tournament, we're filling out lineup cards all the time. Usually they require either a first initial and a last name or the full name.
And we're coming up on a break.
Are we already?
Coach Mike, yeah.
Oh my goodness, too much having fun already. That's all right. We got almost 2 more hours to go. So I don't hear no music yet, so I'm going to keep talking.
It's coming. There it is. It's coming up.
I think Phil's having more fun than we are. So we're going to take a break here. I'm sitting here with the Norwalk 10 and under All-Star team, getting ready to go to Arizona. But we're going to talk with them some more after this break.
Make your team look like pros with custom lineup cards. Whether you're a travel team, rec team, all-star team, or just some old guys playing slow pitch, we can make your team look a little better with some custom lineup cards. For the umpire, for the opponent, for the scorekeeper, for the dugout, no matter where your lineup card goes, you will look like a big league team with your team logo and name on top of your personalized lineup card. Just visit CustomLineupCards.com. With the best prices in town, you are sure to hit a home run with us. Visit CustomLineupCards.com and go pro.
We are the Three Guys Rant.
With Arvin, Mike, and Phil.
Coming to you on the Rand Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69 The Three Guys.
It's not the Three Guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's. The other one's illiterate.
You really should listen in. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69 Guys. G-U-Y-S and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
DM Narc Radio Show is now airing on the Rant Radio Network. You've heard the three guys rant refer to us as the Clam Chowder Power Hour. Now we get to bring our New England humor over to Los Angeles. We'll be airing Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we'll cover everything from local to national politics and news. Guess what? We're uncensored too. I'm Dave. Join me and Nick Friday on the Rant Radio Network.
We're the Brothers Bear Podcast Live, and I'm your host, Sanj, and I'm always joined by
Edgar,
Carlos Madrano, and this is a show where we talk about
comics, movies, TV, video games, stand-up, music, and many more geeky things.
Catch us live on Rant Radio Network on Mondays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
That's another commercial in the back.
Here we go. Be ready.
Everybody, please put their phones on vibrate.
Put your phones on vibrate. Coach Mike is back here. Kidz N Sports on the Rant Radio Network. Thank you for joining me. Joining my co-host Alex, and more importantly, the Norwalk 10 and under girls all-star team. Getting ready to go to Arizona to compete in nationals. Hey, girls, I got a good feeling you're going to go and do a great job there. I just know you are, you know. But the more important thing you got to remember, it's not just whether you win it. Obviously, you want to win it. We all want to win it. How many teams get to win nationals? How many teams are going to win that tournament?
Show of hands.
How many teams do you think are going to win that tournament?
How many winners are there?
One team. One team gets to win that tournament.
Just one.
Okay. And Coach said there's going to be 30-some teams. Does that mean there's 37 losers there? No. That means there's 37 more that are winners too, because they qualified just to get there. Okay, because the work you did, that's the important thing. I almost forgot to brag before I get back to the girls. For all we're talking about smartphones, Coach Mike now has his own app in the Google Play Store, the Kidz N Sports app.
You had to bring that up, didn't you,
I
Mike?
had to bring it. The Kidz N Sports app is in the Google Play Store, so you can sign up for text messaging. If you don't want to get my newsletter on my emails, you can get the text message. You can check out the show. You can listen to each week. I'll update the previous show. You can call the show when we're taking calls. You can email me right from your phone. Isn't that cool? So go to the Google Play Store and search Kidz N Sports, KIDZNSPORTS.com, and get the Kidz N Sports app. All right, let's get back to some all-star talk here. Let's see, ladies, who's the biggest talker? Who has some? She does? Okay. And who do I got over here?
Everybody's pointing at one of them.
Valerie, what do you think was the neatest moment all season where you girls really came together as a team? That's a tough question, but think of a time this season. Maybe, like Coach said, you were struggling, things weren't going like you wanted. What was that time when all of a sudden you go, wow, we're pretty good?
I think it was in the when we were at state, because we were playing really good.
Okay.
And what position do you play?
Catcher.
You're the catcher. Okay.
She's the workhorse. The catcher's got the toughest job out there.
She's got all the Terminator equipment on.
Valerie, what was it about that when you pulled together there? What was it? Was it a matter of hitting? Was it the defense? What was it that just made it feel different?
The Long Beach game when we were against Long Beach Hartwell.
Yeah, go close.
When we were playing them, we knew that they're a good team, but we started playing as a team, and then we started playing really good. And then the first time when we were in the Hopper tournament, we lost to them. But then when we were in state districts, we were against them, and we knew how they played already. So we played together as a team, and then we won.
There you go. So it's just because you lost the first time didn't mean it was over, did it?
No.
The game came back. What do you think made a difference among your players? Was it something the coaches said to you, or does the coach get you players together and say, "Hey, girls, you gotta bring it together yourselves"?
Yeah, Coach Mike and Danny, Coach Danny, encourages us a lot. Even though we lose, he says that we could do whatever we want if we just put our minds to it.
There you go. There you go. the put in your minds.
What's the motto again, Mike?
Teach first, win later.
Teach first, win later. That's where it's at.
See, and that's what these guys do. What does it mean to come together as a team? What does it mean? Somebody want to answer that? What does it mean to you to be a team? Well, let's try something. Brianna, go ahead and pull a mic over there.
Pull the mic over there.
Okay, right up to it.
To work as a team, you need to have a lot of effort, and you need to talk amongst your teammates and encourage them and help them if they ever make a mistake, and don't let them get down, and try to do your best out there.
What does it mean to encourage? What does that mean to you? What does it mean? Malia?
PMA, that stands for positive mental attitude.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. I like that.
So how does encouragement help have a positive mental attitude? Get that mic up. We got to hear the mic.
It usually helps them get up on themselves instead of being down.
Is it easy to get down on yourself in sports?
Yeah, kind of.
Why?
Because you just hear a lot of yelling, and then if you make an error, you just kind of like get down on yourself.
Yeah, you don't want to make errors, huh?
No.
The agony of defeat.
The agony of defeat. You know, these girls are lucky. I don't think they even show that anymore. Is Wide World of Sports even on anymore? Remember? Can you imagine being that guy? There used to be a show that I watched when I was a kid growing up, and I think it just might have went off the last 10 years or 20 years. I don't know. But it was Wide World of Sports. It was on ABC every week. But their commercials for it, when they would do the commercial, would say the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. The agony of defeat, they showed a skier coming down the ramp and just wiping out. Okay? Now, can you imagine being that guy on national TV, being the one that's wiping out? And sort of like being a shortstop. Who's the shortstop here? Who's the shortstop? When, you know, how would you feel? You made the error, the camera's on you, and you make that error, you know, and now they put it on national TV about that error. What would that make you feel like? Oh, I found the shy one.
Oh, she's the shy one.
We found the shy one.
We're gonna have to ask you some more questions now.
That's okay, no problem. Who's made the most errors? Anybody? That's a tough one, huh? Who says, you know what, I struggle with defense? Who's made a lot of errors? Who's had to work the hardest in that?
Let me just step in there, Coach.
Okay.
Really, it's a team effort, so we don't pinpoint one error.
Good man.
So, you know, basically if one team member makes an error, it's a team play. We can't lose without one. We can't win with not one. So
there you go.
It's all 9 on the field.
There you go. See, it was a trick question.
We talked a little bit about that when we had the two ladies that you when we had one of the first shows.
Oh yeah.
We talked a little bit about having that attitude. I like that attitude about the team effort, you know, and we don't necessarily pinpoint one particular error or you know, one game-changing play. You know, you focus more on the team, and you know, what is it, Brianna? She said it right. You know, it's about the team, and they focus on that.
What I always tell my
attitude.
girls, girls, I'm going to give you a secret. If you didn't know it already, you're going to make error. Every one of you here is going to make an error. But how many good plays did you make?
A lot.
You made a lot more good plays than you did errors, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay? So, see, Coach Mike, that's what he's talking. When it's talking about a team thing, we don't need to focus on that error, and we like to do that too often. Now, what I tell my girls when I'm coaching, I says, we have to talk about the errors because we want to get rid of all of them if we can. You know, the neatest thing you're going to have, and you might have already had a couple of games already, the neatest thing when you have that game, whether you win or lose, maybe you lose 1-0, but you go through a whole game and the scorebook says 0 errors. And you'll say, wow, because that is a team thing, because that means everybody had 0 errors. But if you have an error, don't let it bother you. Because like Coach Mike said, too many times we like to focus on it. Oh, so-and-so made an error. And I've seen players that get mad at other players because they made an error. Okay? And what does that do to the team?
It brings them down.
Brings them down, doesn't it? I'll tell you one of the neatest players that I ever had, a young lady named Jennifer Winford, okay? Jennifer was my pitcher when I coached at Brethren Christian High School, okay? She's a very good pitcher. She went on to pitch for Chapman University, and she's still got her name in the CIF record books in a couple of categories. She struck out 30 girls in one game in 18 innings one time with Oxford Academy. She struck out 21 in a regular game one time. And in her career, she's had all these strikeouts. But let me tell you what is special about Jen. Not her name in the book. That's not the important thing. We didn't have hardly any travel ball players on our team. Okay? We would have a couple of kids on the team maybe that never played softball. We had to teach them how to play softball right. We did what we could. If somebody made an error, who gets hurt by that error more than anybody else? Probably
The person that
The person that did it.
Well, who else though suffers? Who could be doing a great job, and one error loses the game for him? Is the pitcher, right?
Yeah.
I had money on that game.
You had money on that game too.
It hurts me too. Yeah.
Hey, no gambling there. But let me tell you, Jennifer was the first one. Jennifer was the first one that would go to her teammate that made an error and say, "Hey, encouragement, get it next time. Don't worry about it. We'll get that back. We'll get that run back." Okay. She was the first one. How many pitchers do we have in here? Who are our pitchers?
4.
Okay, 4 pitchers.
4.
Girls, let this be a lesson for you. Be the first one. If somebody has an error and it just sort of, because that error, let's face it, we don't like those errors. They kill us for a moment, right?
Yeah.
Be the first one to go to that player and say, "Hey, you're going to be fine the next time. Let's keep it going. We're going to go back and get a run now." First, and especially if that player's coming up to bat, that's the most important time for you to go encourage them. Why? If they're feeling bad about that error, what's going to happen when they go up to bat?
Not that good.
They're going to, because what are they thinking about?
They're about that error.
They're thinking about the error. Go ahead, Annie. No? Oh, she had to voice you there a minute. Okay.
Well, I think one of the important parts about errors is that you have another chance now on the next play to do good.
That's right.
You know, and if that you can actually put that error behind you if you're doing well in the upcoming plays.
Pick that.
Redemption, right? And I like that. Okay.
You'll make that great play. You know.
Is that a softball term? You use that on the field.
The strikeout's the same thing. We don't like to strike out, do we? But you know what? You're going to do it. You know what's neat about baseball and softball? You know why those are such neat sports?
Why?
You only have to be successful a third of the time batting to be considered a good player. Do you ever think about that?
Is that a 300 average?
333 average.
333, okay.
333. If you've got a 333 batting average, if I'm in business and I only succeed a third of the time, I'm not doing too good.
Oh no.
Right?
Mm-mm.
I'm going to be in bankruptcy court. Right?
More than once.
If I'm an attorney and I only win a third of my cases, is anybody going to hire me? No.
You're fired.
But if you're a batter and you're hitting a third of the pitches, you're getting hit a third of the time, you're successful. That's a good number. That's the neat thing about this game. So guess what? That means two-thirds of the times you're not going to be successful. Here's the thing. Guess which one you can learn more from? The 2/3 that you're not successful. If a pitcher strikes you out, when you go back to the dugout, think about that. What can I learn? What did she do? Just like she said when you played Long Beach. The first time they beat you, what did you do? You learned from that game, right? You got them back. Let's take a break. Kidz N Sports here with the Norwalk 10 Under Girls All-Star team. We'll be back after these commercial messages.
Make your team look like pros with custom lineup cards. Whether you are a travel team, rec team, all-star team, or just some old guys playing slow pitch, we can make your team look a little better with some custom lineup cards. For the umpire, for the opponent, for the scorekeeper, for the dugout, no matter where your lineup card goes, you will look like a big league team with your team logo and name on top of your personalized lineup card. Just visit CustomLineupCards.com. With the best prices in town, you are sure to hit a home run with us. Visit CustomLineupCards.com and go pro.
The Ticketsurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. The Ticketsurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
Welcome to the Monster Marketing Group, your one-stop shop for all your marketing needs. Anything you need to make that marketing and advertising campaign stand out, we're your people. Concepts, design, production, social media, anything that you can dream up, we're going to make happen for you. And we can do it in a very quick turnaround. Please give us a call at 888-49-MONSTER.
Are we on one or two, Phil? Okay, Coach Mike. Kidz N Sports. We're on the Rant Radio Network. I said I wasn't going to take any callers, but it looks like we had a call. Two?
Line 2.
Okay, so we're going to...
Oh, 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's start with line 1.
You get to pick.
They said it's for the girls, so I'm going to take a chance here. Who do we got on line 1 today? I'm not hearing it. Did I do that right?
They're coming through, Phil, but very lightly.
I don't
Can't
hear
really
anything, Phil.
Are you there?
I'm not. Do we have a call?
Oh, hello?
Oh, there we go.
Sorry.
Who do we got on the line?
Hi, I'm Brandy Martinez. This is Malia's cousin.
Oh, Malia's cousin.
Yes, and I just wanted to wish them all good luck, and I know they're going to do very good out there, either if they win or lose, and I know that they tried their hardest.
Okay, I can barely hear you. We got a little bit. Malia's got the mic. Malia, you got a cousin that wants to wish you well out there.
Okay, hello?
She's got a mic.
This
Go
is
ahead.
This
Hear
is now
Malia?
her sister, Tina.
Okay, she's not hearing you.
It's Tina.
Hi, girls. I'm very, very proud of you. I'm watching. Oh my God, I don't know why I'm crying.
Oh my goodness. She's crying.
It's okay. Let it out.
Let it out. This will be on you. We can't hear you as much now, but we will hear you on the YouTube. So
Okay,
tell
yeah,
tell
I'm
these
watching
girls.
you guys on the Ustream. You guys look very beautiful. Don't be shy. You know, this is a once in a lifetime chance on the radio. You
Wow,
know?
yeah, that is.
I'm very proud of you guys. Just, good luck. I wish you guys all the best. I know you guys are gonna win.
Did you
And I love
did you
you,
go to a
girls.
lot of the games?
What's it called? What happened?
Did you go to a lot of the games?
Yes, I did. I actually got to spend a lot of time with the girls.
Cool.
Doing, seeing my senior project with them. It was a really good. It was really good.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for that
Yeah,
encouragement.
love you girls. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank
girls,
you,
she says.
Tina. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Tina.
you. Let's go to line 2 here. Let's see if I do this right. Who do we got on line 2?
Hi, this is Bruce Sawyer.
Who is this?
Bruce Sawyer?
Bruce Sawyer. Wow, you girls know who Bruce Sawyer is?
No.
Who
Yes.
is
He's
He's the head ASA guy, huh? Hello, Bruce.
Who's that?
I barely hear you, Bruce, but go ahead. The phones we're a little weak on the connection, but go ahead.
I just wanted to congratulate the girls and wish them luck in Arizona. And
Well, thank
shout
you.
out to my brother from another mother, Mike, the head coach. We've become pretty good friends over the years now.
Now, Bruce, are you going to get a chance to go over and watch the tournament?
No, unfortunately, I'll be doing the 16 and under Western Nationals. We're hosting it here in Southern California in San Diego the same week.
Oh, wow.
So I'll be helping run that one. Though Mike has invited me several times to go out to Arizona with him.
He said something about he'd take you to a Diamondback game or something if you go.
Wish I could.
All right, well, Bruce, you're next. You know I want to get you in here in the studio in here a couple of weeks. So after all these national tournaments, come on in and share your experience with us. Can you do that?
I'll see what I can do.
All right, Bruce. Thank you, girls.
Yep.
Thank you to Mr. Sawyer. Right?
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce.
Good luck, ladies.
All right. Now we got one more caller here. Line 3. Who do we got? Hello. I'm not getting line 3.
Sounds like
no,
an alien.
they're gone. Okay. Cool, ladies. How about, see, you got a lot of people. That's you got the top guy at ASA around here.
Oh, wait, line 2.
Call in. That's a different one on 4. But you got like the top guy calling to wish you luck on that. Because why, you're representing Southern California. That's pretty good.
They got more calls than a Three Guys Rant.
He gets more calls than most of my show. I'm gonna have these girls on every week, I think.
Well, even my show.
Oh.
And I still can't believe this is a 10 and under team.
10 and under.
Yeah. What are you feeding them? Chicken or something?
Mike,
you ladies are getting big.
Brady, you and Danny come up and get the mics here. Tell us what's the secret to these girls, and what have you? We got another caller. Okay, one more real quick, and then we're going to turn over to the coaches here. Let me see if I get this right. Who do we got on line 1? Hello.
Hey, caller, you there?
Luck.
Yeah, I can barely hear you. Go ahead. Who's this? I barely hear them.
And I love you guys. Bye.
Oh, they love you guys. Okay.
Shout out, line 2.
Coach Mike, go ahead. Tell us what you got going with these girls. What's the secret to this team?
Basically, the secret it's not nothing that we feed them. The only thing.
That was a joke, Mike.
The only thing that's the true test to any team is what we started with was unity. If we can keep a form of unity within the team, we could be successful as far as, as long as we keep that unity within the team.
United we stand, divided we fall.
That's right.
Exactly, and that's how this team is. As long as we can stay together as a team, the parents are a team as well. The coaching, the girls, everything. And that's what I believe we've done so far. We had a little kinks, but I think, we're still here. That's
what was the
good
biggest
thing.
challenge, Mike, to start out?
The biggest challenges is basically we started with a lot of these girls from T-ball, and at that point, parents are new to the sport. Basically, as a coach, we're coaching the girls, but we're coaching the parents as well. The parents need to know the sport, how it flows, how it is, and as they grow, as they get bigger, a lot of us are friends. We'll always be friends. However, when it comes to competition, it's competition. Basically, some parents, some girls, some coaches, they tend to get too comfortable with us, and hey, opinions are forming and so forth. But the thing is when they get bigger, it's still trying to keep them all together. Everyone, girls are getting attitudes. They're growing. They're becoming girls. Teenagers. Whatever.
Young women.
Right, and basically that's what it is. The parents are growing as well. The coaches are growing, and competition is, it's there. And so we're trying to run a program that's really competitive, and basically, we're gonna get people mad.
You said something kind of important there, Coach Mike, because we talked a bunch of times about how the parents get involved and actually create a lot of problems for the team, and really has nothing to do with the team necessarily, but it has to do with what's going on in the stands. But Coach Mike here mentioned about becoming friends, and I like that attitude.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did the parents let you do your job as coaches?
10. Because I don't let them tell me what to do.
There you go. Well, no, we laugh about that, but there's part of it. And Mike, you might remember when I came over there a couple of years ago, the one thing I encourage every league, every team, every coach to do is have a parent meeting before you start. Do you guys have some sort of get-together?
Correct, and that's where I made sure, even though there was an all-star commitment prior to the pick of the all-star team, the draft, once we got together, I made them commit as well, again, to me and to the team in regards to the word unity.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a commitment.
That's good protocol.
There you go. Danny, tell us what you've been. What does Mike let you do out there? I mean, how do you help him best?
I mostly handle the outfield, but it's been a privilege to be on his staff, and I really think that he deserves a lot of credit for how far this team has gotten on and off the field. He does a great job. I know we usually don't give the coaches, managers too much credit, but I think he deserves a lot of the credit along with the hard work these girls put in.
Do you agree with that, girls? Huh? Do we give Coach Mike a hand? Huh?
Yeah. Speech.
I won't cry here.
Moment of silence.
But yeah, I do appreciate the privilege of working on the staff along with them. I appreciate the opportunity to work with these girls. It's been a lot of fun for me. I sometimes don't take the wins and losses. I think I take them a little harder than I probably should, but I really do enjoy the game, being around these girls, being in these tournaments. I got a love for sports in general, so it's a lot of fun for me.
I gotta applaud you guys. I'll be honest with you, because I have 5 girls. Look, I have 6 kids total, but I have 5 girls, and I don't know where you guys find the time. I'll be honest with you. It really does take a lot to be and do what you guys do, and I applaud you. Let's another round of applause. Encore. There you go. Speech.
Yeah, it's not always possible, for all parents, depending on work schedules and whatnot.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
when possible, that's one thing. Anytime I've been a part of any team, I tell the parents, especially for the new girls, your kid's gonna grow the most with the work you put in one-on-one. Not as a team. Yeah, the practices are good and you correct things, but they're gonna catch up and get better on that one-on-one time. But not everybody can do it. So it is a privilege to be able to have that extra time. But it all depends on your work schedule and whatnot.
Yeah, and hopefully actually create some lifelong friends.
That's it.
You know
what, Danny? You said something about what's my feeling when I coach. It's a privilege for me to be able to coach the girls. And we know certain coaches out there at the higher levels that like to take all the credit that they made this player because maybe they were on their team, they got the scholarship, but I like to remind you that coach helped make that player. Like Mike said, the girls are the ones that do the work. And if I get a little piece of contribution to what they've done, I feel privileged to be able to have that opportunity.
Can I have a tissue, Mike?
You crying out? Oh man. So that's good. I want to go back for a second and see, exactly what Mike said. We're going to have a break here in just a second, but again, I can't beat this horse enough. That to have a parents' meeting as the coaching staff. And lay down your rules. What are your expectations of the parents? I heard a very well-known coach one time, and I understand where he's coming from. He said he didn't want to hear from the parents. And, if a parent complained, he'd throw your kid off the team. So and that's the way he ran it. He was very successful. And I'm not saying you can't, different things work. But overall, for most of us, I think a lot of coaches miss the positive output or the result of having that parents meeting, because there's going to be parents that disagree with you as a coach.
Okay? Coach Mike, I'd like to hear what we're coming up on a break, but maybe after the break, I'd like to hear what you tell the parents.
Yeah.
Mike had already kind of relayed his sentiment a little bit about what having some of those meetings and getting a commitment from them. I'd like to hear what some of those things are, if you don't mind. Yep. Okay.
So we'll do that after the break.
All right.
I hear from coaches that I had a problem with the parents this year. I said, did you have a preseason parent meeting? No. Why not? Why not? It's so simple to do that. Coach Mike here, Kidz N Sports and the Rant Radio Network in the Rant Radio Network Towers. We'll be back after these messages.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
We're the Brothers Bear Podcast Live, and I'm your host, Sanch, and I'm always joined by
Edgar, Carlos Madrano, and this is a show where we talk about
comics, movies, TV, video games, stand-up, music, and many more geeky things.
Catch us live on Rant Radio Network on Mondays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
That's another commercial in the bag.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
DM Narc Radio Show is now airing on the Rant Radio Network. You've heard the three guys rant refer to us as the Clam Chowder Power Hour. Now we get to bring our New England humor over to Los Angeles. We'll be airing Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we'll cover everything from local to national politics and news. Guess what? We're uncensored too. I'm Dave. Join me and Nick Friday on the Rant Radio Network.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing.
Make your team look like pros with custom lineup cards. Whether you are a travel team, rec team, all-star team, or just some old guys playing slow pitch, we can make your team look a little better with some custom lineup cards. For the umpire, for the opponent, for the scorekeeper, for the dugout, no matter where your lineup card goes, you will look like a big league team with your team logo and name on top of your personalized lineup card. Just visit CustomLineupCards.com. With the best prices in town, you are sure to hit a home run with us. Visit CustomLineupCards.com and go pro.
Hey, we're gonna do boom stamp clap, man.
Speak into the mic, okay? You can pull it towards you.
We're gonna mic him in first.
Pull the whole thing towards you.
We're gonna mic first.
Back on in Kidz N Sports here at the Rant Radio Network, the towers of the Rant Radio Network. Coach Mike, our host.
That was very nice, Alex.
Thank you,
There's
sir.
hope for you.
There is hope for me.
You learn well. You're coachable. That's why I use that. You're coachable.
I know the powers that be would rather,
Bless you, yeah.
they try to pull the rug out from under me, but,
Coach Mike
trying.
and my co-host Alex Alanese. We're at the Rant Radio Network. Kidz N Sports. Check out the website, www.kidznsports.com. And we have with us today the Norwalk Girls Softball 10 and Under All-Star Team.
Yeah!
We're going to go back to Coach Mike first real quick. Alex was asking before the break, Mike, what did you tell those parents when you had your get-together there? And what basically did you impart on them? What did you expect from them?
Well, basically, it's just an all-around commitment. Just some key things that we went through is, or actually I'll go through everything. It was players and contacts, player uniforms, equipment, practice times, game times, positions, fundraising, our wish list. What do we want to get for the girls? What do we need? What do we need to do? Our commitment to the league. Our commitment to the league, which is fundraising, working our summer days tournament. And basically, everything was just it's to get a feel, because as I'm talking, I look at all the parents and I see their faces. I see what their emotions are. I see what they're doing. If I see a lot of, bad faces going on, I already know, hey, all right, that's a parent I got to look out for, because apparently they're not liking what we're doing, or they're not liking the whole system, I look for the little things like that is basically what I need to look for, because I need to really watch out and, either try to overcome it and talk to that parent individually, or, as I told them in this meeting, is that if you become a cancer, the cancer, basically, how do we treat cancer? We got to get rid of them.
Got to remove it.
Correct. And it's basically an all-star team. There's no more you must play, you have to play. It's an all-star team. It's almost sort of like a travel ball team, where now we're playing the best of the best to win. Okay? I still switching all the girls, and I do try to play them every game. However, I think there's been a couple times where I just wasn't able to get in close games, and if the girls are producing, that's what it is. But basically, that's pretty much it. What I got on my agenda. But the other thing is I got a lot of parents right now. No, I don't. But this is the main focus. I always say is we're not your babysitters, our coaches.
Amen.
We are coaches. We have to put our time out here. We have to show up before practice. We have to be there during practice, prepare the fields, everything, be there after practice. The biggest thing I have is that these parents do not drop off their kids and take off. We're not your babysit. We're not your kids' babysitters. You know, if something happens to the girls, they get hurt, or, you know, even if they have to go to the restroom, do I stop the practice to escort them or to have a team mom escort them to the restroom? Or if they get hurt, that parent needs to be there to visually see what happened and pay attention. You know, these girls are 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. Really? You know? And it does happen out there. It does happen, but thank God, not on my team.
No 14-year-olds on the team, right?
Oh, no.
You did go with those rosters, didn't you?
We had a thing a couple weeks ago. We're going to hold Coach Mike accountable. We have a parent here. Veronica, tell us, give Veronica the mic. Veronica, tell us, what was your take on this season and how the coaches did their job?
I have to give Mike a lot of credit because at the beginning of the All-Star game, he made a sign, basically the rules and what to expect. And everything was given up front. There was no surprises. I have to give him credit because he's always there at the beginning of the game, at the end of the game. I didn't like a lot of the yelling, but I've seen my daughter grow so much out of it where the skills that she's learning in softball, she can use them outside of the game too.
Just getting the discipline.
She is. It built a lot of character into her. I see the growth, and I see the potential that all the girls have, and they do need to be pushed because at this age they can make decisions for their own. And they also need to be encouraged, which he does, but at some point he does have to call it to their attention. At the moment, as a parent, you don't like that, but you just learn it's part of the game. It's part of the game, and that's what's going to make them grow.
So there's growing pains that go along with being a parent as well.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But what I like about Mike is that he basically tells you at the beginning, this is how it's going to be, and there's no surprises. So therefore, you really can't say much, even though you want to. Yes, he's very fair. He's very, very fair. And he's really good with the girls. I mean, I'm not just saying because he's here, but I've seen him throughout the years. And he's grown as a coach as well. I mean, you learn. We're all human and we all make mistakes, but we learn from them.
I like to hear that comment because I always say, for me, every year I'm trying to get better as a coach. I've been doing this a long time, but I still feel I always have something to learn.
Absolutely. When you stop learning is when you stop believing.
That's right.
Now, the list of things that you heard from Coach Mike, was there anything on there that you were kind of rolling your eyes about?
Some of the practices and then giving up my summer, of course. But in reality, you don't give it up. No, other than that, my daughter's been playing since she's been in T-ball, so a lot of the rules I'm used to. The practices, it's just that when you play softball, I mean, like you said, you put a lot of time into it. You don't have much time outside of softball. Pretty much softball becomes your family. And it's nice, the unity that we've created. I mean, on the fundraisers, just getting together, the girls' birthday parties. It's a group of girls that grow together. So you get to know the parents, which is nice because you don't get that anymore.
That's that unity that Coach Mike was talking about.
That's right.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's cool.
And being team players.
Absolutely.
And who's your daughter?
Estefania Perez.
Stephanie. One of the shy ones.
Yes.
Oh, it's okay. No.
Well, she pretends. She's not really shy outside of the camera.
You know how we find that out. You know, they'll be shy when the adults are around, but when the adults go away.
Oh yes.
Sometimes we find out the ones that we thought were the shy ones are most vocal of all. So
oh yes.
They're the gang leaders.
They're the gang leaders. So, well, super. Thank you, Veronica, for that input.
Thank you for having us,
Mike. What does it cost to do? How much did you have to raise to make this trip?
Basically, that fundraising still in progress.
I actually my daughter used to do dance, and they used to do a lot of fundraising, and one of the things they used to sell was candy bars.
Well,
You know,
among other
you guys
things,
do, you guys do candy bars, right? And we found a little trick to get them sold very quickly. You take them to the beach. You walk on the beach. You'll have them sold in 10 minutes. and we used to be the biggest fundraiser for that group. So it's just an idea. I mean, I know Coach Mike kind of laughed about it last time we talked about it, but I'll tell you, it works. Because people do not want to go walk to the snack bar and get a candy bar. They'd rather, candy bar, yeah, let me have one. Let me have 2 of those, you know? Yeah, exactly. And you charge them extra, you know?
What do you guys been doing for fundraisers, Mike?
Basically, we started with one fundraiser in the beginning of the year. We did squares and we did I think it was an NBA playoff game.
Okay.
You know, basically quick money, something we start off. Basically,
how do we get in on that?
Right?
Yeah.
We don't gamble here.
Oh, no gambling.
No gambling.
Did I say gambling?
Basically, we came to an agreement that tournaments or whatever throughout the season, we'd just pretty much pay on our own. It was tough because we have 3 to 4 parents on here that have multiple kids in sports, especially when it came to All-Stars. We had 2 in 8 and under and 2 in 10 and under. 12 and under as well as my team. So it was a little bit hard to double fundraise. So we pretty much agreed upon just to, to come out of our own pocket expenses, which is fine, less headache. However, once we qualify for state and nationals,
Yeah, you need the bucks.
We do need the money. You know, like I said, nationals was a little unexpected, but I knew they could do it. But it was still that just getting over that hump.
Well, can I ask Mike if it's appropriate, of course, and you can tell me no if
you can make a donation. Sure, he'll
No. what does it cost? You said that in order to go to these tournaments, what would it cost for a team to go and do something like
basically, I ran the numbers based off one girl and one parent because that's really what it should just a must. Not a whole family thing. Even though the family's gonna go,
the bottom line,
it came down to $660 per girl, which
hotel,
hotel, food would just be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No in between snacks, no sodas, no waters.
That sounds a little
and
VIP.
the gas money.
That's a little VIP, isn't it?
No, because you're got 5 days.
That's like bottom of the
We're out there for 5 days.
5 days. They're the 5 days out.
$660.
And this is lowballing it. I just wanted to put out like an estimated budget out there. That way, when we go to sponsors, they say, "Well, how much do you need?" I go, "This is bare minimum." We're not trying to be stingy. We're not trying to over ask. This is what we just need to get out there.
So any parents that are out there that would like to donate to the Norwalk team?
Yep. What's your next fundraiser, Mike?
Yeah, what's your
Our next fundraiser is SoCal Pizza this coming Friday. Southern California Pizza. It's in Norwalk on the city of Norwalk. Cross streets is Imperial and Norwalk Boulevard. It's from 5 to 9 o'clock.
Okay.
That's this coming Saturday?
This coming Friday.
Oh, this coming Friday. Okay. And how does one participate?
Basically, we'll have flyers posted on our Facebook website. It's Norwalk Girls Fast Pitch. And if not, when they walk into the building, as long as they tell them, "I'm here with Norwalk Girls 10U All-Star Team," they'll credit us.
Oh, right on.
They'll
Okay.
give them a percentage. I like to say a lot of the restaurants that I'm going to do a P. I don't know if it'll get you much anything, but any teams that order any custom lineup cards between now and Friday, I'm going to give 25% to these girls too for their trip. So
thank you.
Well, I don't know if it'll. We might get one order, so I might have $5 for you or something. But
every dollar counts.
What's that?
We do have another website. It's called www.gofundme.com/3JZB74.
Okay.
And is that fund FUND or
FUND?
FUND.
So Phil and them were telling me about it too. They keep a little percentage, but you can say I need to raise a certain amount of money, and people can just go on and donate with credit card or whatever.
Correct.
Yeah, a lot of us here at the station actually do a lot of philanthropy work, for different organizations.
Okay, cool.
Let's get back to the girls for a little bit.
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Let's cheer. Come on.
Thank you.
What's that? See, look at all the beautiful girls on there. So, who's most excited?
That's the winning team right
Destiny. There. What are you excited about going to Phoenix? Come close. Oh, hold on. You got to hold that thought. Break time. We're going to take commercials. We still got an hour left, girls. We got lots of time. We're going to have fun. Coach Mike, Kidz N Sports, Rant Radio Network. Don't forget it. We'll be back in a minute.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
We are the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil.
Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69 The Three Guys.
It's not the Three Guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's, the other one's illiterate.
You really should listen then. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69-3-GUYS, G-U-Y-S, and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
TheTicketSurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. TheTicketSurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch.
Make your team look like pros with custom lineup cards. Whether you are a travel team, rec team, all-star team, or just some old guys playing slow pitch, we can make your team look a little better with some custom lineup cards. For the umpire, for the opponent, for the scorekeeper, for the dugout, no matter where your lineup card goes, you will look like a big league team with your team logo and name on top of your personalized lineup card. Just visit CustomLineupCards.com. With the best prices in town, you are sure to hit a home run with us. Visit CustomLineupCards.com and go pro.
He's not back. Uh-oh. That's all right.
Okay. We'll go to the next person.
We'll get more. We'll give Destiny a chance. We're having way too much fun here than a human being should be allowed to have. Where have I heard that before? Coach Mike, Kidz N Sports, the Rant Radio Network. Go to www.rantradionetwork.com. You can check out all of our shows there. You can catch past shows. If you go to www.kidznsports.com, that's KIDZN as in Nancy, sports.com, and go to the archive page, and you'll see my past shows I put on there since I've been on the Rant Radio Network. I think this is about my 6th show now, and it's pretty cool. These guys do a great job here. If you want to sponsor the show, we not only, you wouldn't just be helping me out here at our show, we are a team here at the Rant Radio Network as well. And so if you want to, you're going to get promoted. You won't see how you can be promoted till you come here. These guys do a lot of great social media stuff. So get a hold of me. Send me that email, CoachMike@KidsNSports.com, and we'll get you hooked up. We will promote your business. We might even promote your business, Alex. My co-host, Alex Alanis. He does a real estate show. When's your real estate show, Alex?
It's every Wednesday at 10 o'clock a.m.
Every Wednesday. So if you want to know about real estate, that's when you tune in. And Alex will give you the scoop. And he's a pretty good guy. So, you know, I'd listen to his. I'd
like to think so.
Huh?
Yeah, I'd like to think
You'd
so.
like to think so.
Yeah.
Does somebody else tell you that?
You know, I don't get that too often. I get
see
more.
These girls, people called in to say how cool they were.
Right on.
Okay.
Well, they are cool, huh? Girls, you guys are cool.
Yes.
Are we having fun, ladies?
Yeah.
We got another hour. You got enough energy?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to hear from Destiny now. Destiny, tell her you're excited. I can see that. You're getting ready to go to Phoenix where it's 110 degrees. Are you still excited?
Yeah.
Come closer to the mic. Tell us about what you're thinking.
Well, I'm thinking if like we play good over there, then we can do a bunch of stuff with our teammates, and not only like just swimming, because some of us like to go swimming after.
Out in that heat, I'll tell you, the pool's looking good right now.
So, well, like instead of us going swimming, we could do something else other than swimming, and it'll help us probably like not for us to lose our energy sometimes. So it'll be pretty fun.
You don't want to, I hate to say this, but actually you don't want to do too much swimming until the last day.
Yeah.
because otherwise you will get drained.
Tired.
Yes, you'll get tired. A little bit's okay, but put a limit on it.
You won't be able to wake up.
What do you got, Valerie? You had a thought. I know you did. Oh, who's next?
Oh, we're drawing a blank.
We're going to hear from Estefania? Estefania. Very cute.
Out of my opinion, I think the most exciting thing is the pin trading and getting the free stuff.
There you go.
The free stuff.
Free pins. Free pins.
Yeah,
I want to hear about the free stuff.
No, they trade pins. The
No,
collector's
yeah.
pins.
Well, she said that, but what's the free stuff?
What's the free stuff? What's the free stuff?
Well, it's not really free stuff.
Actually, it's not free stuff. It's something that ASA throws out. Well, it's free to them, correct?
Right.
However, like in state, they gave us a ASA has a little scarf or whatever, and it was a rhino. The year before was like a pillow pet, bumblebee, like a bee.
Bumblebee.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then for nationals, it's unexpected, but that's another perk of getting to these championship tournaments. Is it's kind of like those bean
little bean bags.
The bean bags, but the Beanie Babies.
Oh yeah, the babies.
They're collectibles. They only come out here and there, and if you don't get them, you can't get them.
Now, are you guys doing a team swap the first game?
Correct.
They
correct.
still do that?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But what they do is you tell all your girls you bring a gift of certain value, whatever, something they get together as the team, so you know it's from Norwalk, and then whoever you play the first game, they have something you trade gifts.
Yeah, and what they're talking about is novelty items.
Yeah.
But most of these things become keepsakes. There's things that when we become adults and later on in life, you look at these and you remember you remember all the memories.
Yep.
And those things become a keepsake. I like those things.
When my daughter got into travel ball the first year, we were on Santa Fe Rebels and we went to Kingman for Western Nationals, and the manager had made us each parent buy 50 pins. And we had never heard about this. And, we do this pin trading. We got over to Kingman. We got out. No sooner we got out of the car, there were 4 girls from some team in Tucson. Oh, you got pins. You got pins. Boom. So the whole tournament, we're in the middle of the games. Where's my wife? I don't know. She's gone. She's out trading pins with some other team. So that was pretty cool. Who's next? Yes.
I like the pin trading a lot, but I also like playing.
You like playing softball? What an idea! Cool. Okay.
Nobody brought that up before.
Well, for me as a catcher, it gets hot, but when you actually get used to it. Oh, okay. I don't mean to be rude, but the umpires, okay. Sometimes they make bad calls, but you gotta respect them because they're the ones that are trying to help you out. They're the ones that are calling the balls, the strikes. They're doing their job. It's just sometimes you think that that they're not doing it right. They're calling bad calls, but like my coaches sometimes get frustrated, but
well, let's just
you
call
just
it
gotta
how
let
it
it
is.
go.
Let's just call it how it is. They're
Gotta
blind.
let it go. Yeah.
No, you're fired. Get out of here. I like your
It's true,
attitude.
kind of.
But guess who can influence the umpire the most?
I don't mean
The
to
coach.
be rude.
No,
The catcher?
The catcher. Hey, think about that. You got this old man out there coming out to umpire, right? And you got all these pretty girls sitting there, and you turn around and smile and say, "Hey, Blue, how you doing today?" And by golly, I bet you'll get your pitcher will have a strike zone this big.
You're talking about diplomacy. That's the diplomacy of the umpire. I like that.
Well, my mom and dad tell me a lot and my coaches before the game starts to introduce myself to the Blues because they like that a lot, and they'll help you out sometimes when you introduce yourself.
That's right. It's not so much helping out. I know it seems that way, but let's face it. Let's think about it. Let's say right now, just with this show, girls, if you walked in here this morning and I said, "Gosh darn it, here's that Norwalk team. I didn't really want to have them here today. What are they doing here?" How would you react to me?
Really?
Would you stay here?
No.
You'd be out of here, wouldn't you?
Get out.
But what I did, I come in, do we have some goodies? We're going to have some fun, and you girls are having some fun. I mean, it makes the Blues is no different. And especially you're going to get in this 100-degree heat, and you got to wear uniforms that are fairly comfortable. Your catcher's still got to wear all the gear. But the blue usually has to wear. They're really hot.
Yeah,
they got a lot
they
of
gotta
times.
wear their shin guards and the little chest protector.
They're like a catcher's gear on them, plus long sleeves. A lot of times, so they got a more. So hey, and plus, you got to remember this too. The umpire, how many people are on his side? He's got two teams that are against him, doesn't he?
Yeah. So no one's on his side.
Nobody's on their side.
The other umpire is.
The other umpire, yeah. So, and sometimes even there, but
sometimes they're at odds too.
Girls, if you keep this in mind, and I know Coach Mike teaches about it, respecting the Blues, that's the most important thing. And the thing is, if you're respecting him and the other coach or the other team is disrespecting him, the calls will tend to go your way. Not that they are trying to do anything for you, but they're human. Okay?
Then they open their eyes.
I'm going to fire you twice in one day.
Hey, Jasmine had something to say here. Jasmine, you have a story for us?
Let's hear from Jasmine.
Yeah, when we went to States, when we did pin trading, we got too dressed up as like something in a costume, and we dressed up as umpires.
You dressed up as umpires.
Yeah, we did. It was
like that.
It was like we on our shirt it said umpires in training, and it had in the back it had 5 rules, and it like one of them said strike or you're out of here and stuff like that.
That's a warning.
That's a warning.
And then that's a warning, coach.
Keep your coaches and staff and
under control.
Under control.
Keep under control.
It's my call.
There you go.
Girl, I get it.
What? That's right.
Girls could be umpires.
That's
I don't know.
Some of you girls may not be an umpire someday.
Maybe.
Maybe you'll be coaches.
Oh, Valerie.
Are you learning anything about how to be
you
a
should
coach?
Be an umpire.
Have any of you thought about someday maybe I'd like to coach?
Yeah, I have.
You want to play college softball?
Yeah. The USA, the team that Jenny Finch.
Get your mic. Tell it.
I want to play college softball when I'm older. The 2 colleges that I want to play for, that I wish to play for maybe, is USC and UCLA.
Come on now.
But I want to play on.
You got to pick one.
Okay.
That'll be really easy.
UCLA.
Yes. Well, there's the reason for that too. USC doesn't have softball.
Yeah. They don't?
Nope.
Well, that was a quick.
Okay, UCLA.
We eliminated that one real quick.
I want to play on the USA team because Jenny Finch played on that team, and my mom used to play with her. And her mom used to hit a home run off.
You good?
Yeah, talking in the mic.
Your mom used to play against Jenny Finch?
Her mom played
when she was a La Mirada or
Norwalk.
Well, no,
she played for Norwalk. Her
mom
played
was
for Norwalk.
Yeah, Jenny was the La Mirada.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't realize. I got to interview Jenny before they went to China for the Olympics a few years back. Very classy lady. I made a mistake. I did the interview and my microphone wasn't turned on. And the tape recorder was running, but the mic there was 2 buttons you had to turn on. And I was sort of new with this. I had this $1,000 tape recorder. It was real high class. And I realized it, and she was gracious enough to come back and let me do the interview again. Very, very nice lady. And she's done a lot of good for softball. What has she got? Let's Ashley. You know what I meant that? Come on, I know you got something.
Ashley, we got.
You like the coaches,
Come
Ashley?
on, you gotta say something.
Do you like your coaches?
Yeah, they also encourage us a lot, and our team is a very good team, and I think we can do anything we can, even if we make mistakes, we can still keep up with the good work.
There you go. Other teams make mistakes too, right?
Yeah.
So you got to. That's why you can't ever give up. Never give up. Okay, never give up. My team not this last season, but a year ago, we were playing against Ocean View High School, and we were down 5-1, 7-2. We were down 5 runs going into the 7th inning. We tied the game up and ended up winning the 9th or 10th inning. Okay, so you can't ever give up, no matter what. We're going to give up for a commercial break right now. Coach Mike here at Kidz N Sports on the Rant Radio Network. I'll be back with these lovely young ladies in just a minute.
are the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil.
Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69-THE-3-GUYS.
It's not the three guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's. The other one's illiterate.
You really should listen in. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69-3-GUYS. G-U-Y-S and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
DM Narc Radio Show is now airing on the Rant Radio Network. You've heard the Three Guys Rant refer to us as the Clam Chowder Power Hour. Now we get to bring our New England humor over to Los Angeles. We'll be airing Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we'll cover everything from local to national politics and news. Guess what? We're uncensored too. I'm Dave. Join me and Nick Friday on the Rant Radio Network.
We're the Brothers Bear Podcast Live, and I'm your host, Sanj, and I'm always joined by
Edgar, Carlos Mandrano, and this is a show where we talk about
comics, movies, TV, video games, stand-up, music, and many more geeky things.
Catch us live on Rant Radio Network on Mondays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
That's another commercial in the back.
Cheer this time, okay?
Okay.
Coach Mike here, Kidz N Sports on the Rant Radio Network. I've got the Norwalk 10 and under girls all-star team. Caught them off guard. We had a little discussion during the break that I thought had a lot of value to it. Things I've seen over the years in the leagues we were involved in with my daughter, where even at a young age, you have coaches that are worried about competing against each other. And what are you going to win? You're going to win a trophy or something. And so I've seen where a new coach, maybe new to the league, came in, another coach tried to offer him some help, and they didn't want to accept that help because they had the mentality that, well, you're competing against me, so are you really going to try to help me? But it's about helping the girls. And Mike, step up here real quick again. I want you to talk about what you're saying, that in Norwalk's sort of a smaller league. You had how many 10 and under teams this year, you said?
We only had 3. 3
teams. So, and all the coaches pretty much know each other, and they know a lot of the players. And so there's, like you said, mutual respect. If you can help a player, let's help the player.
Correct. And that's basically how we played it out. We had one new coach this year. However, they were really open and understanding and knew that, you know what, they were new to it. They're good coaches, you know, had a lot to learn. And we credited them for actually volunteering, because to get an actual volunteer, a coach, that's hard enough as it is. But basically, if we were in a game, we're in a practice, and, you know, the girl's not even on our team, we would tell them what they're doing wrong or kind of try to correct them, or if they got down, we'd try to pick them back up, just because, you know what, these girls, we've coached them 1 year, 1 season, or 2 seasons, or since they were small, one way or another. And basically, you know, we're out there to have fun, you know. And we know eventually these girls will get it. And you know what? If it's going to benefit the whole league later on down the line, you know, it's worth it.
There you go. There you go. Something you watch as you girls get older. Right now, as a team, if I asked all of you girls in general, who do you think your best player is? Who would you pick?
We don't have a best.
We consider us as equals.
Wow, that's pretty good.
They're all good.
They're all good. No, I know that. The reason I point that out, though, is I know if you really got down to it, somebody said, oh, this player is a little better. I mean, that's natural. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? It's good you have the team attitude, all right? But some player is going to be a leader. As you get older, right now a player that could be the worst player on a team in 3 or 4 years might suddenly be the best player in the group because you're at an age where we all grow differently. And that's why team is so important. And that's why I'm glad you have the attitude you have because we can't all be the best. We could be the best team, but all of us have different skills to bring to that team. Somebody's the best hitter. Somebody's the best defensive player, right? So we want to pick that up as much as you can, but it's good that you have the team mentality because as you move forward, that's what other coaches are looking for too. They want good players. But one of you, right, just like if you look right now, one of you might be the tallest of all of you. Somebody might be the shortest. In a couple of years, that could change. All right? Mm-hmm. So never get frustrated just because you don't feel like, I'm not the star player. So that's good that you encourage each other in doing that because we all are thinking of ourselves equal, you respect equal, and as long as you can keep that moving, you're going to be well. You're going to be successful. Okay?
Yeah, try playing the game by yourself.
You know what I used to do?
You can't do it.
No, you know what I used to do?
You need to rely on the rest of the team.
I take a player and I put him at home plate. Okay? I'll put him like a shortstop. And I'll hit a ball to him and say, try to get me out before I go to first. You have no first baseman, no other players, just you. And I'll hit a ball to you at shortstop, see if you can get me out before I get to first. And I'm old and slow. You aren't going to get me out. You aren't going to get me out.
I think I can get you, Mike.
You're not going to get me out. I actually surprised a few people I could do a short distance.
We can do a remote on the field if you like.
I might need paramedics after the 60 feet, but I'll do okay. Who's next? Who are we going to hear from? Valerie, you got a thought?
The reason why we consider us as equals is because, maybe some of our teammates are better than us, but right now, we play as a team and we play the same, and that's why we consider us as equals.
That's a good way to be thinking. If you want to get a good lesson, ladies, how many of you watch college softball on TV when it comes on? Have you ever gone to a game?
No, we want to.
Tell this guy to take you to a game.
Take us.
Okay.
Take us.
And I'll tell you, Mike. I don't know if you know it, but I know UCLA used to. I think they probably still do, and almost any of the colleges, if you call them up, they'll let you in. You fax them your roster, and they'll usually let you in.
Yeah.
Okay, check it out. But you watch during that game. Is every player on the field, or are there some players on the bench?
No, there's some players on the bench.
And what are those players doing while their team's on the field?
Cheering for them.
They're on the fence cheering, aren't they?
They're not sitting down cheering,
That's right.
encouraging them even though they make errors.
They're part of the team too. And you have to be ready to play because what happens if somebody gets hurt?
They come in.
They're going to come in.
You got to be ready to come in. You got to know what's going on in the game. Does Coach Mike ever ask you, hey, how many outs, girls?
Yeah.
Why does he do that?
So it means he knows that we're paying attention.
And if you're not paying attention, what happens?
He makes us run laps.
Laps, okay.
At practice.
Practice.
Does he have a long memory?
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Some reasons he does.
All right. When we get to Phoenix Girls, what do you do? What is your mentality when you see a team that looks like you see a really fast pitcher pitching? Does that bother you?
No, it doesn't really matter how big.
Get up to the mic.
How big or fast the pitcher is. It just matters on how you see the ball coming.
Okay.
It's the same ball. It's just coming at a different speed.
That's right.
We don't put mental blocks in our head. We just say, "Oh, she's not fast. She's not fast." It's the same ball. It's just like it doesn't matter by the height. It just like the ball's the same. It's just gonna come a different speed.
I'm gonna start checking birth certificates. That's pretty wise for a 10-year-old.
She sounds like a college student.
We got some pretty smart girls here for 10 years old. I'll tell you, that's a great way to think about it. The other, what saying we used to have when I used to play is the harder they throw,
the faster the ball that comes,
the harder it goes.
Far more.
Okay, the harder that pitcher throws, if you hit it, the harder it goes back.
If it's a slower pitch, you don't really want slower pitches. No. Like some people want slower pitches so they could hit the ball, but if it's a faster pitcher, then you'll most likely hit the ball farther because the ball's coming really fast, and if it's coming slow, it's like a slow pitcher, then it'll just go in the infield.
All
And
right. Who are our outfielders
That's,
here?
that's called the law of inertia, isn't it, Mike? Inertia? Law of inertia?
A little bit. Okay, outfielders. Do you feel important on this team?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you know why in some ways you're the most important person on the team? The outfielders?
Because in case they miss the ball, I could back them up.
But what happens if you miss the ball? Who backs you up?
No one.
Nobody, right? So a lot of times at the younger ages, I'm glad you feel important too, because sometimes at younger ages, coaches have a tendency that they put what they think are their worst players in the outfield because they don't want to have to deal with it. I know you don't do that, Nora, because I told you I've seen these guys coach, and that's a mistake because if the ball gets hit to you and you miss that ball, there's nobody backing you up. So you got to be on. You're a very important player out there. So I actually had a player when I was coaching in Norwalk Junior High. I mean, not junior high, at the high school, the JV. And I had a player that did not like playing in outfield because she felt that meant she was a bad player. And it took me almost half the season to get her to think otherwise because she was actually a pretty good outfielder. And I said, you got to realize how important you are here. You're not only backing up the infielder, but there's nobody backing you up. And I'm trusting you out there that you're not going to let that ball go by you. Okay? So that's pretty important position. So don't ever think you're not important. Don't ever think you're. How many of you play more than one position?
Well, on this team, I just play catcher.
On this team?
Oh.
Okay. How many on your regular team before you got to All-Stars? Did you play more than one position? Everybody should have a hand up. If you don't have the hand up there, especially at 10 you got to go have Mike talk to that coach, okay? Because you need to be learning multiple positions. Guess what? Who wanted to play in college? A couple of you want to play. Guess what college coaches like to see?
They split you up like everywhere, so you could know like how to play every position.
Well, not only that, they have only a certain amount of money to spend for scholarships. So do I want to spend that money on a player that can only play one position? Or do I want to play it on a player that I can put 3 or 4 different positions?
Play it on a player
needs are?
that could.
3 or 4 positions.
That's right. So think about that. Mike, what is your philosophy a little bit on how you say, you're going for the big tournaments. So we are trying to win. What is your philosophy about how you rotate your players in and out?
Basically, I go with who's hot. That's what it is. If
they're having a good hair day.
Yeah, if they're having a good hair day, and that's it. But no, if it's basically the rule, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't change it. If they're doing their thing, why move them around? Eventually I do have to get some girls in.
That's a pool place, good place.
Through the game. Yeah, there hasn't been much pool play in the last 2 tournaments. It's all double game elimination. So that's
really straight up, huh?
Yeah, but actually this tournament we're going into, they're playing 2 pool play games and then going to double game elimination. So we're getting our money's worth there.
There you go. Oh, I love Western Nationals and Travel Ball National. I love those tournaments.
Yeah.
You kind of lost me on the pool play. What is that?
Well, okay, pool play. What a bigger tournament like that you'll have pool play too. So let's say there's 24 teams. They might have 6 divisions of 4 teams each. So you might play 2 or even 3 pool games among those 4 teams.
Yeah,
So
but how does billiards get into this?
Oh, jeez. You're going to be fired 3 times in one day.
3 times.
I'm going to send you back to real estate.
I want to be 10.
Yeah. No, but anyway, then you win your pool. So then, like, the winner of one pool play the last place team when it starts.
Oh, you're talking about a pool of teams.
Right.
Oh, okay. You lost me on that one. I apologize.
You're easy to lose, we got to work on that. Now, here's the most important question on any youth sports team. I don't care if it's softball, baseball, or whatever. How good is this coach at buying pizza?
Well, he puts us like on a diet. He doesn't let us drink soda at all.
I know.
Well, sometimes
or candy at all.
Taco night and he wouldn't let us drink soda.
I'll tell them they got a free pass today with cookies.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to take a commercial
That's
break.
all.
Coach Mike here, Kidz N Sports at the Rant Radio Network. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, bro, this is a good game. You know what would make it better?
What, bro?
A michelada.
A michelada? What's a michelada?
A michelada is somewhere in the middle of a Mexican Bloody Mary and a Mexican margarita.
Oh, I got you covered, bro.
You got a cup in your pocket?
No, sir. I got my pocket-sized michelada. Mucho macho michelada.
Pocket size?
Pocket size, so you can take it with you anywhere you go.
Where'd you get that at?
At the nearest convenience store, and you can also buy it at muchomachomichelada.com.
You know what will make it better? After we get drunk, if they had a line we could call.
We can call their drunk line. You can leave a message and then log on to the site and listen to your stupidity afterwards.
What's that number?
It's 855-MICHE-69.
What's that number again?
855-MICHE-69.
Awesome. Mucho macho michelada.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmark, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Theticketsurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. Theticketsurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
Welcome to the Monster Marketing Group, your one-stop shop for all your marketing needs. Anything you need to make that marketing and advertising campaign stand out, we're your people. Concept, design, production, social media, anything that you can dream up, we're going to make happen for you. And we can do it in a very quick turnaround. Please give us a call at 888-49-MONSTER.
Oh, here we go again. That was a quick break. That tells you we need more sponsors. Break so quick like that. Coach Mike here. Kidz N Sports on the Rant Radio Network. My co-host Alex Alanis, and we've got the Norwalk 10 and under girls all-star team here. These girls play fast pitch softball. Okay? And that is a different game. Some of you out there just hear softball and you think of us old guys playing slow pitch or something. Different ball game. These girls play fast pitch, and you'd be pretty impressed. It's a great game. I used to be a basketball guy myself. And I'll tell you what, when my first coaching job, so to speak, where I was actually paid to coach was at a junior high, coaching the boys basketball team. And I would get so excited and get into the game, I'd pull a player out to discuss something, and I'd forget to put him back in because I'd get so excited with the game. Hey, coach, you didn't put me back in, And parents would get, but then because I had a daughter and she was playing softball, I got into softball and I haven't gone back. I love this game of softball. And I've seen some amazing players. I've coached players that have ended up playing in college, and it was neat to be a part of their lives and see what they're doing and see them succeed. And that's pretty cool. But remember something, and every one of you ladies has to remember, I don't know how much more you see when you watch any college sports on TV. My favorite commercial, 75% of all NCAA student athletes go pro in something other than sports. Hear that? 3/4 of NCAA college players go professional in something other than sports. What does that mean? Means doctors,
became a real estate agent,
dentists, real estate. I don't know. Hope they don't.
That's something you don't want to get into, ladies. I'll tell you right now.
Mike Sugar, if you were listening, I'm sorry about that, Mike. No, but no, they're going to do something other than sports. Okay. Now there's opportunities to be coaching and stuff. So, how are we doing on our grades, ladies? Amazing. Do we have any straight A students here? Wow, look at that. All right. Don't stop doing that.
They are all-stars.
Don't stop. You know what? At the high school I'm coaching at, they have scholar athlete awards. I think most high schools do. So if you have straight A's and you're a good athlete on your team, you might get that award. And that's, to me, that's a pretty cool award. Because guess what? When you go to get that college scholarship that you'd like to get, they don't just look at how good of a player you are. Guess what else they look at?
They look at your grades.
They look at your grades.
Your record.
That's right.
Your whole resume.
They look at your resume, not just your grades. How many like to do other things like clubs, like band or like chess club, or what else is there?
Singing.
Singing, yeah.
Oh,
You
there
gonna
you
sing
go.
for us? You ready to sing today? Okay, no singing today. But no,
Valerie's going to sing for us.
they
today.
like to know that you're doing other things. Okay,
I
they
could
like to know that you've got a lot of things that you want to do and learn, that you're enjoying life. And because they also know that there's a certain number of players that are doing their sport because mom or dad says you have to do a sport. And girls, I'll share you that with it right now, that I hope every one of your parents, if at some point you do get tired of softball, I hope you don't, but if you do, don't keep it a secret. Go to your mom and dad and say, you know what, I really want to try something else. I want to do something else. How many of you play another sport? Just even for fun. What do you play?
I played basketball, but I only showed up for one game because then that's when winter ball started.
Well, okay.
So, yeah, you see that?
Who else? What else do you play?
Well, you did play something, though.
When I was little, I used to play soccer.
Soccer?
Soccer, right on.
My one of my pitchers at Western is doing volleyball in the fall, and then she's going to do soccer, and then she's going to play softball.
Well, there's only one U.S. team that has won 2 World Cups.
Oh, go away, you soccer Peter.
What team was
Soccer.
that? Soccer.
Soccer.
Women's soccer.
What do you do?
Well, sometimes I just play soccer for fun.
Soccer for, hey, it's okay if you do it for fun.
Soccer's hot right now in college, man.
There you go. Volleyball,
Especially
ladies.
for the women.
You know
I
what?
like volleyball.
I love volleyball.
Brother all the time.
You play volleyball with your brother. Cool. Volleyball is a great sport for softball players. Did you know that?
It gives it's emotions where you gotta move all the time.
A lot of movement, but what else? What do you do? Where are your hands in softball most of the time?
Up here in your glove, like
Here, down here, right?
Yeah.
Where is it in volleyball?
Up there.
Here. So guess what that does? That helps strengthen muscles. Okay? That strengthens muscles.
I got muscles already.
You got muscles already.
I got muscles.
Okay. Also, another important thing. Another important thing. I know you girls got a lot of energy. When you get done winning nationals, okay, take a break. Make sure the coaches tell you. I know Mike knows it. Take a break. Go on Monday. You know, in high school, they've got right now, starting 1st of August, we have what we call the dead period. It doesn't apply to football and those sports. They have a different period. But for all other sports, August 1st to the end of August is the dead period. I am not allowed to go contact my players. We can't even get together. We can't practice. We can't do anything. And there's a reason for doing that. Your body needs some rest. Okay? That doesn't mean you don't do anything on your own. You can go out and play a little, but give your body a chance to rest. How many of you were injured this season? Anybody? Very good. You're lucky at your age right now. You don't have that too much. But as you get older, that's going to happen.
We talked about that last week a little bit about concussions and what have you.
Concussions,
and
yep.
a lot of that has to do with the coaching staff. You know, the coaches have to teach the players, how to do certain things, right, Coach?
What do you? How do you guys do to keep them in shape, Mike, to avoid injury?
Basically, we try to have at least a strength and conditioning practice here or there, but sometimes we get caught up in just regular practice. But every practice they are running, especially lately. They've been running, Los Lisos is about a good mile all the way around, and they've been running a few laps before practice and after practice.
There you go.
Just to keep them conditioned, that stamina.
There you go.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about concussion, mainly about football, but in terms of the way they run, in terms of the way they fall, sometimes the way they, in softball, can you slide diving, a diving slide?
Yeah, you can slide or dive.
Who are head firsters here? Where is the one place you should never slide head first?
Home.
That's
plate.
right. Why?
Why is that?
Because the catcher's there, and it's better for you to slide legs first.
What does the catcher have on? She's a tank, right?
Yeah.
Shin guards.
Okay.
It like and like if you go head first and the catcher's right there waiting for you to tag, you might hit your head like on the shin guard and then you might get a concussion.
You get a concussion. You could tweak your neck. It could get worse. Okay. Let me look at it. Put it this way, ladies. Have you ever see on TV or maybe you look in a newspaper, see on the internet where a car gets hit by a train?
Yeah.
How many times has the train lost those collisions?
None. Most of the car, because the train has it's very strong.
The train never loses. Trust me. The train never loses.
There's no winners in that one. I
Well,
think.
no, the train usually wins. Trust me, but sliding into your catcher head first is sort of like a car going against a train. Okay, you don't want to do it. So the other thing is, I don't know if your coach would tell you, how many here slide going to first sometimes when you first hit the ball?
He doesn't allow us to do that.
Good. The statistics have proven it is not faster. Some people think, oh, I can get there faster. It's not. There's only one time that I tell my players it's okay to slide to first. And that's if you see a bad throw. How do you know it's a bad throw? I can't see the ball. How do I know a bad throw is coming? What am I going to see?
The ball, first base.
First baseman doing what?
Moving to get to the ball to reach up.
First baseman's reaching up because I don't want her to tag you, get the ball here and slap you on the back and get that out. So if I see the first baseman doing this instead of this, that might be a time where you want to dive to the side and get there so she can't tag you. But other than that, your coach is absolutely correct. Don't slide to first. You're not going to get any faster by doing that. And you very seldom would get a call from the umpire. You're going to be safe because you did that. So that's another one. I'm trying to think of some of the other safety goodies we have out there that we got to watch out for. No sprain. At this age, they don't sprain ankles much, as I recall.
Nah, not too many sprains. But basically, safety issues is we teach the girls how to throw themselves, basically, on the field. You know, if they know how to dive for a ball or so forth, then, you know, our coach, Coach Ralph, he's not here today, but he's really good at making these girls push themselves and dive left or right, dive for a ball, know how to. Because if they never practice it and it comes game time, they're going to hurt themselves.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Either not having their wrist turned properly or trying to dive and their wrist is turned wrong or something. And the other biggest thing is it's all part of PMA is talking. Call for that ball. That way 2 girls, 3 girls, they don't run into each other.
Right.
Seen it happen.
What is PMA?
Positive mental attitude.
Right on.
You should know that in real estate.
I should.
You
I should know that. That's a good acronym for me. Now, before the break, we brought one of my favorite subjects up.
Okay.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Where do you guys get your pizza at? Where do you guys go for pizza?
SoCal Pizza. After a game that we won,
You know, call them for a sponsorship here.
I'm probably going to get it for this one, but I haven't took the team out yet for pizza. Just because of the fact that I think at the end we'll celebrate. But celebration time isn't really into right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now they're into working and getting ready. Are we ready to go to Arizona?
Yeah!
When are we leaving?
Sunday. Well, I'm leaving Sunday.
Tuesday.
Sunday. I'm going on to Laughlin.
When do they start playing? Wednesday or Thursday?
Opening ceremonies is on Wednesday. There are 2 pool play games will be Thursday, and double game elimination starts Friday.
Cool. So hopefully you girls will be there on Sunday, because that means you're in one of the final 2 or 3 games probably if you're there on Sunday. Okay.
Now is there any way to look at the stats or anything? Is there like a website or something or any kind of broadcasting going on?
Yeah, there's actually a way you guys can follow us. It's on tournamentasa.com.
Okay.
Click Arizona, and they'll have I think it's Western B10s and 12s nationals.
Okay.
And it'll be right there. There's only 4 or 5 tournaments listed for under Arizona right now.
Okay, cool.
And they can register.
They'll post
to get
the scores
post scores, and they can get text updates or email updates, I believe.
Fantastic.
Right on.
So yeah, that's the internet's made a lot better now. We keep up with these girls. Who's got hit by the pitch the most this season?
PMA, baby.
Oh, I have oh no, we're going to commercial.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take a
She
break.
already knows.
Coach Mike here, Kidz N Sports. She's gonna be a radio broadcaster when she
She is.
gets
I can
older.
feel it.
And we'll be back for our final segment in just a minute.
We're the Brothers Bear Podcast Live, and I'm your host, Sanch, and I'm always joined by
Edgar,
Carlos Mandrano, and this is a show where we talk about
comics, movies, TV, video games, stand-up, music, and many more geeky things.
Catch us live on Rat Radio Network on Mondays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
That's another commercial in the bag.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Laza with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
DM Narc Radio Show is now airing on the Rant Radio Network. You've heard the three guys Rant refer to us as the Clam Chowder Power Hour. Now we get to bring our New England humor over to Los Angeles. We'll be airing Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we'll cover everything from local to national politics and news. Guess what? We're uncensored too. I'm Dave. Join me and Nick Friday on the Rant Radio Network.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch.
Make your team look like pros with custom lineup cards. Whether you are a travel team, rec team, all-star team, or just some old guys playing slow pitch, we can make your team look a little better with some custom lineup cards. For the umpire, for the opponent, for the scorekeeper, for the dugout, no matter where your lineup card goes, you will look like a big league team with your team logo and name on top of your personalized lineup card. Just visit CustomLineupCards.com. With the best prices in town, you are sure to hit a home run with us. Visit CustomLineupCards.com and go pro. We're the Brothers Bear Podcast Live, and I'm your host, Sanch, and I'm always joined by
Edgar,
Carlos Mandrano, and this is a show where we talk about
comics, movies, TV, video games, stand-up, music, and many more geeky things.
Catch us live on Rat Radio Network on Mondays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
That's another commercial in the bag.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Laza with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
DM Narc Radio Show is now airing on the Rant Radio Network. You've heard the three guys Rant refer to us as the Clam Chowder Power Hour. Now we get to bring our New England humor over to Los Angeles. We'll be airing Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we'll cover everything from local to national politics and news. Guess what? We're uncensored too. I'm Dave. Join me and Nick Friday on the Rant Radio Network.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch.
Make your team look like pros with custom lineup cards. Whether you are a travel team, rec team, all-star team, or just some old guys playing slow pitch, we can make your team look a little better with some custom lineup cards. For the umpire, for the opponent, for the scorekeeper, for the dugout, no matter where your lineup card goes, you will look like a big league team with your team logo and name on top of your personalized lineup card. Just visit CustomLineupCards.com. With the best prices in town, you are sure to hit a home run with us. Visit CustomLineupCards.com and go pro.
I have fun here every day. If I can't have fun, I'm not going to be here either. Coach Mike here, Kidz N Sports on the Rant Radio Network. Thanks for joining me. We had a great 2 hours today. We're going to finish off with a bang with this last segment. We've had the Norwalk Girls All-Star Team fast pitch softball. Coach Mike, I want to give you a couple years ago, Dr. Coy, my chiropractor friend, and I did a book, Healthy Kidz N Sports. I'd like to give that to you. Thank you for bringing the girls in here. There's a lot of good tips. You might pick up some stuff. I think you're probably following a lot of the stuff I've already got in there. I hope you share that with your coaches. Girls, for each one of you today, I've got a poster for you that I used to hand these out all the time. My printer went out of business, so you can't call them and get any. But they got some really neat things. It's the road to success is always under construction, and there's a lot of little sayings on there that if you remember, when times get tough, you keep battling. I love the team attitude you girls brought here today. I love the fact you had some fun. I wish you the best there in Arizona because I think you're going to do great. I think you've got the kind of attitude to win. It's not always the most talented. You might be the most talented team. We never know, do we, when we face teams like that? You're going to see teams there you've never seen before. So you never know who you're going to get. But it's not always the most talented team to win. It's the team that is the most team, the best team that plays together and never, never, never gives up. You give up when? Never. I don't care if you're down 10-1. You go out with the attitude that, hey, I'm going to find a way to score 9 runs. What do you think about these girls, Alex? They were pretty good today?
Ivan Drago, I must break you.
I told you to stay away from those drugs.
I tell you what, I'm very impressed, actually. Very intelligent, very well coached, good attitude. What was it, PMA? All of that. I'm learning something today. I'll be honest with you. I'm a seasoned veteran when it comes to real estate, and a lot of the things that they're talking about flows over to our personal lives, especially in business.
That's right. See, you girls can teach us adults a lot of things. That's why I bring players on the show a lot of times when I can't. We can learn a lot from you because sometimes, I won't tell you how old I am. I'm way too old. I'm older. I put these two guys together. I'm probably that old or older. Okay.
Not that old, Mike. Come on.
I'm pretty old.
Are you that old?
I'm pretty old. But
back when Jesus played with dinosaurs?
I'm not even going to go. That's time for another show. We'll discuss that. I'm going to come on your show tomorrow. We'll discuss that.
All right. You're welcome.
Oh, man. You're why am I paying you? All right. These girls want to leave you with something as our studio audience today. And so before they exit the studio, they've got a cheer that they've been doing. Before they do that cheer, I want to let you know, make sure you tune in next week, Tuesday at 9. My guest is going to be Harry Welch, the head football coach from Santa Margarita High School. Coach Welch has announced that he's going to retire following this season. He's been 4 years at Santa Margarita. He's got 25 years head coaching experience at the high school level. And to me, I've over the years, I've had a few coaches that have the kind of experience, and I love to listen to those guys and the experience, and the gals that do it, to listen to the experience they bring forward because they've seen it all. And when you get to my age, when you get old, you're not going to get fooled by anything. But sometimes it's nice to see the energy, the attitudes that the young people have, and the faith that they have. These girls are positive. They're going forward, and they're not worried about all. We get to be adults. We start focusing on the negative way too much.
Well, you keep talking about being old, Mike.
But I'm young at heart.
You are young.
I'm young at heart.
You're a natural.
So.
And you guys are winners, right? You guys are winners.
That's right.
That's right.
So make sure you tune in every Tuesday for Kidz N Sports. This show will be on the YouTube podcast probably about sometime later today or tomorrow, so you can check it out. And you can download it. It'll be on the archive on the Kidz N Sports website. So, ladies, we're going to let you wrap it up today with your cheer. And I know you're all ready. I've been trying. I don't think I could do very good, so I'm going to let you do it, all right? I'm going to scoot up. You got my camera? Go for it, ladies.
1, 2, 3. Boom, snap, clap, boom, snap, clap, snap, boom, snap, clap, boom, snap, clap. We're coming from north and we're going to break it down. So get on the field with your big old frown. Where my girls at? Right here, right here. Where my pitchers at? Right here, right here. Where my catchers at? Right here, right here. Where my infield at? Right here, right here. Where my outfield at? Right here, right here. Where my girls at? Right here, right here.
Wow. Girls, give yourself a hand.
Bravo.
That's pretty awesome. You know how many times I've even had high school players that say, oh, we want to do a cheer, we're going to do it. And they start doing it, and they spend 10 minutes arguing what they're going to do. And then when they do it, half of them do it, and half of them are doing something else. You girls are awesome. Man, I tell you, that was pretty, and that took some work. You've been practicing that all season, I bet. No? You girls are very talented. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today. It's been awesome. Coach. Oh, it's been my pleasure. It's been my pleasure. Coaches and parents, thank you for bringing the girls. I know you got a lot of things you could be doing in the morning. They want to go hit those swimming pools and
pizza.
No, Mike's probably got another practice. You got a practice schedule today, Mike? Yeah, I do it.
At 5, but starting tomorrow we'll have a two-day practice, 12 and 5 o'clock.
Yep. So, girls, remember, you're going to drink lots of water. Okay? Keep yourself well hydrated because it does get hot in Phoenix. Lots of energy. No, you're not going to drink what?
Soda.
Or? No energy drinks, right?
No.
Go. Okay. Good. That's a good thing. My golly, I got it. That was so quick. Girls, go ahead. You want to do that again? That was a cool cheer. I like that. Do it again.
I think they have another one.
You got
Don't they
another
have
one? Give us another one.
Just go down. Okay. Ready? Okay. Who's gonna do the pump it up? Get down. I'll do it. I'll get down.
Oh, you got to work the camera. Oh, you got it good. Boy, these girls have got it together. Ladies and
I want to go see a game now.
Well, Arizona, you got to go to Phoenix.
After that cheer, I want to see the game.
There we go. Getting applause on there. You go to Phoenix. If you live in the Phoenix area and you don't have something else to do next week, you don't want to pay $50 for a Diamondback ticket if they're in town or whatever, go see these girls play softball. And I tell you what, you're going to have a lot more fun out there because these girls play, and you're going to be surprised at how good young players can play this game.
I wouldn't want to play against them.
They beat you. I know they
probably would.
They'd beat you first. I'd beat you first. You just can't do it.
I'd be coughing up a lung before I get to first base.
It takes a lot of work. Have a safe trip over there, ladies. I'm going to be watching what you're doing, so I will say something. Let's see. It won't have started next Tuesday yet. So the following Tuesday, I should know how well you've done, right? I should know that you've got. If you got a trophy, I'm going to expect Coach to bring it in here so we can show it off a little bit, and we'll get a picture on the website and stuff, okay? So you'll send me some pictures back from Arizona? Okay. Can you do that I can add to the website? All right? So Kidz N Sports, one more Tuesday in the bag. Thanks all, ladies, for coming in. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Coach Alex, thanks again.
Coach Alex, I like that.
You like that?
It is. That's
There's hope
nice
for you, huh?
Well, I am the trainer in my office.
Okay.
All right.
The Rant Radio Network, stay tuned for many of our other fine shows.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome, ladies.